amazing stitch, isn't it? It's really pretty and very easy to do. It's Rhonda here from Funky Freaks, and thank you for coming back and having a look at another video. It's a little bit like snake skin. It's going to be my snake skin mesh, I think, this one. I want to take you through a project that I'm doing. I do talk through the project. I show you how I work certain rows on the project. But at the end, what I'm going to do is a small swatch in a slightly thicker yarn with a larger hook, so that you can work with me, and we'll go stitch by stitch doing a few rows so you get the hang of the pattern. It's a repetitive pattern, it's very easy to do, so amazing for beginners, great fun for intermediate and advanced crocheters as well. It's one of those that you can sit down in front of the telly, you really don't have to think about it very much, it just appears out of nowhere. It's brilliant. So this sample we'll do at the end, so stick with me. We're going to do the introduction part first, where I'll talk to you a little bit about the yarn that I'm using and also show you how I come about doing the rows as well. Okay, and then we'll do the tutorial at the end. Please subscribe, so click the link for the subscription down below. It really helps me, but also it means that you'll get access to the other videos as I post them, and you can log into the channel and pick and choose whatever you want to watch. I also have links to my Etsy shop. I have links to my online shop as well. With the opportunity to subscribe to that shop, you'll get access to the members blog, as well as all the freebies. Every now and again I put freebie codes out there for freebie patterns and tutorials and things like that, and you can only get that if you're a member. So I'll have those links below. Right, let's get started. I thought I would just run up a quick shawl, actually, or a shoulder wrap. I have a wedding to go to in August, so only a few weeks away, and I've got the outfit, but I don't really want to wear a jacket or a coat or anything like that. I think it might be a bit heavy, and also my outfit's really lovely, so I don't want to hide it as well. Now August should still be really nice weather here. We're in the sort of Lincolnshire area of England, so the weather's going to be lovely, but we are coastal, so I'm just a bit concerned that sort of going into the evening there might be a breeze that's just a little on the cool side, and it's summer, so I like to be warm. So I thought, keep it simple. I'll do a nice shoulder wrap and a nice sort of long rectangular one, almost sort of scarf like, but thick enough to wrap over the shoulders. So simple shawl, simple stitches. So I've opted for the mesh stitch, which is quite simply having created a chain loop, single crocheting into each of the loops and chaining 3, 2, 3. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. So let me just show you the yarn that I'm using and how I got started. It's very, very straightforward. Great project for a beginner. So if you're new to crochet, this is wonderful because you're working out your tension, you're sort of trying to work out how to hold your hook, you may be experimenting with different yarn types, and this is a really simple project for all of that experimentation. So here we go. This is the yarn that I didn't choose. I just grabbed a colour that I thought and a weight that I thought would be really nice for a shoulder wrap. So this has a slight wavy texture to it. I bought this in Aldi of all places, and it was just the colour. To me that looks like a really sort of a pale caramel, like a really soft caramel colour. It's not quite cream, not quite beige. They call it peach here, but I don't even think it's peach really. It looks more like a soft caramel colour. Wavy yarn. Now this ball, which I've only just started, is 100 grams, so that's 234 meters roughly. Now it's a blend, it's a cotton blend. It's 87% cotton and 13% polyamide, so it's not baby soft, but it is soft for a cotton, and that's the polyamide in that blend that does that. It creates a much softer feel than sort of a normal cotton does. I think the waviness tends to help a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but it has a slight fluffiness to it as well, which I think also helps. And I don't know if that's partly the way the wave has been weaved in into the yarn, but it's slightly fluffy, a little bit soft, but it's because it's still, majority of it is cotton, it's quite dense. So what I'm hoping is, being that it's a shoulder wrap, it's not going to pull so much, because you do tend to find sometimes that those baby soft yarns, the finer yarns, tend to pull out a little bit, and so your shawl or your wrap ends up being sort of pulled out of shape. But this is still has a, I wouldn't say firm is the wrong word, but the density of the fibres, it helps maintain its shape. And that's what you're looking at, basically. I mean, you can use this mesh stitch is so easy. You can use it for shawls and scarves, you can use it for overlays on children's dresses and skirts and things like that. You could use it for bags. I've used this type of stitch for my vegetable string bags when I go shopping, eco-friendly and all. So it is, you know, a really simple stitch. It's really versatile. You can use it for just about anything. So I didn't count the number of chains. There we go. I'll be honest and upfront about it. I started counting and then I lost count, so I figured, okay, bugger that. I'll just chain up a foundation chain for a shoulder wrap that's long enough, something that I feel, you know, is the right length for me. And then all I did at the very beginning was to find the third chain along, and I just stuck a single crochet in there. I chained 3, moved along to the third chain, chain 3, moved along to the third chain, single crochet in there as well, chain 3, moved along to the third chain, single crocheted in there, chain 3. Now when I say single crochet, it's the US single crochet or the UK double crochet. Okay, moved along 3, so you get the idea. Move along 3, single crochet or double crochet if it's a UK, chain 3, move along 3, chain 3, move along 3, chain 3, all the way. Now when I got to the end, quite simply, I was actually really fortunate to have 3 more on the end to stick my last single crochet into. Just fortune, that's all. I mean, if I'd counted, I could have counted that to make sure it happened. If it didn't, if I only had 1 or 2 chains left, I didn't have 3 to work into, I would have just unpicked those. That's all I would have done. I would have unpicked those, pulled them out and stopped there. But I didn't need to. I had my 3 stitches, so I worked 3 stitches along, put the single crochet in there, or UK double crochet, turned my work, chained another 3, single crocheted into the top of the previous loop, chained 3, single crocheted into the top of the previous loop, chain 3, single crocheted. Now when I say into the top, sorry, let me clarify that. I've not worked into a stitch, I've literally just put my hook into the loop. So you might have seen when I first started the video, I was finishing off some stitches. Let me show you. I'll just grab my hook here. Oops, there we go. Hang on, I've got my wool around the wrong way. There we are. Let's just get this set right. Okay, lovely. So I've chained 3. There's the previous loop from the previous row. I'm just going into that, into the top of that, if you like. I've sort of got it into the top, sort of middle there. Single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, move along. There's the next chain 3 loop. There we go. Nice and easy to see. There's this one here, but that's your single crochet that you did before, so don't make the mistake, especially if you're a loose crocheter. That might be quite a large gap if you tend to crochet quite loosely, so just be careful of that. That's your single crochet stitch from previously. So it's the loop here, the 3 chain loop. Stick your hook in, yarn over, and single crochet. 1, 2, 3, up. There we go. I just need to pull some yarn out. I think there we go. Working a bit tight there. Alright, So there's the next one there. Insert your hook underneath that, wrap your yarn around your hook, pull the hook through and yarn over. Oh, I'm coming out of shot, sorry. 1, 2, 3. There we go again. Yarn in underneath the loop, yarn over, or yarn around the hook, yarn over, pull through, do single crochet, 1, 2, 3, one more. There's the next loop there. So put your hook underneath, wrap the yarn around the hook like that, pull your hook through, and then yarn over to complete your single crochet. It's US single crochet or UK double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chains. There we go. And that just builds up and up and up. So I'll just keep going. I'll get to the end, I'll turn my work, I'll chain 3, and I'll just single crochet back into the next loop. And I'll just keep going like that all the way along until I've got it the sort of width that I want. So nice and simple. Okay, I reckon, looking at that ball, I reckon I'll probably use a ball and a half, maybe 150 grams. This is a 100-gram ball. I reckon I'll probably use 150 grams. I want something that's just wide enough without it being too big. I don't want it to turn into a blanket. So, and it's, you know, it's a good quality yarn this, but you could use anything. You could use a mohair or a bamboo yarn, anything. You could use anything. Depends on the sort of effect that you're looking for. Okay, there it is. Okay, so here we go. Thanks for looking at the introduction. So I've shown you how I'm working the shoulder wrap or the shawl in the chosen yarn and the chosen hook, which is a 3.5mm hook, by the way. This is the swatch that I promised we would work through together. So using the slightly thicker yarn, just to show you the stitches a bit better, and a bigger hook, we're just going to create the slip knot. Now, if you're not certain, if you are a true beginner, you're not certain about how to make a slip knot, I do have some videos and some tutorials on my website, which I'll post a link for down below. So there we have it. And it makes sense. In the intro, I was talking about moving along 3 stitches, placing a single crochet, then chaining 3, moving along 3 stitches, placing a single crochet, chaining 3. So it makes sense that if you did want to count the number of chains in your foundation chain, that be in multiples of 3. So for the small swatch, I reckon, what do you think? 15? We'll do 15. That'll be just enough for the swatch sample to give you a bit of a practice. So 2, we'll do 3, 4. I've been using the fine yarn all afternoon and I'm struggling with a thicker one. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so counting that one on the loop, that's 1, 2, 3 across. Okay, often you find with patterns you don't worry about the one on the loop. And really this is a pattern that I sort of really just came up with. It's not something I saw on the internet, it's not something that I've read. I just started having a go. That's the beauty of this mesh stitch. It really doesn't matter what you crochet up and how many chains you work. So 1, 2, 3, we're going to do a single crochet in that 3rd stitch. Now that's a US single crochet, as I mentioned before in the intro. That will be a UK double crochet. There we go. Then we're going to chain 3, all the 3s, remember, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to count along another 3, 1, 2, 3. Put your hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull through loop, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. There's your single crochet. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, work along 3, 1, 2, 3 stitches, there we go. Work your single crochet and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're making these 3 chain loops that we will work in a minute. Hopefully, if we've counted correctly, we have 3 left. 1, 2, 3, right in the end. As I said in the intro though, really it doesn't matter. If you've miscalculated, just unpick these last ones on the end here and take them out. But we counted, so we finished on the 3rd one. Okay, there we go. So single crochet in that last stitch. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then just turn the work. Okay, and that's the loop we want to work in, that first one there, the last one of the last round, but the first one of this round. So all you're doing is putting your hook in there, just like we did in the intro, wrapping your yarn around so you can bring up a loop, wrapping your yarn over so you can bring it through both of those loops. 1, 2, 3, and we repeat all the way along. We don't want to work in this is the single crochet, but this bigger space here is our chain 3 space. So put a hook in there so that we can bring up some yarn over, and complete the single crochet, chain 3. And once you've done a number of these and you're really in the swing of it, you'll find you're not even counting 3. You get into a rhythm, and the rhythm is sort of a 3 chain rhythm, if you like. So you find you're not even counting, it just becomes natural. Okay, hook in. Chain 3. Moving across, we've got one left here there. That's the big loop. Single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, it makes sense that if we chained 15 in our foundation and we're working 3 along, that you'll probably end up with 5 of these chain loops, okay? Which means we're going to need to put another single crochet in this last space. It also keeps the edge of your work straight as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, ready for another chain. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so count along. We've done enough of the loops. So starting with the first loop again, put your hook in, complete a single crochet, chain 3. Work along to the next loop, chain 3. Work along to the next loop, chain 3. Work along to the next loop, crochet, chain 3. The last loop, single crochet, chain 3, and turn your work. Look at that, look how well you've done that mesh stitch. Well done. Okay, so you can probably see that it's just bigger stitches. You can see that really well in the big yarn. And you know what, there's no reason why you couldn't, you know, make something in a big yarn with a big hook using this mesh stitch. You're only limited by your imagination, but there's a lot of inspiration out there as well. You can have a look at my Pinterest page if you like. Search for Funky Freaks on Pinterest. There's loads of inspiration on there. Okay, nice and simple. You just keep repeating that. So well done, everyone. Please, as I've mentioned before, please subscribe. Click the links below. There's lots of stuff there for you. So lots of freebies, lots of ideas, lots of inspiration, lots of tutorials. Please subscribe so that when I post another video, you've got a link that comes up and advises you of when that is posted, and you've got access to all the others as well. Okay, so there we have it. This is going to be my wedding shawl. So I'll keep going on that tonight. And there's your swatch, as promised. Okay, I hope you had fun with that. Please post some comments. If there's any questions you've got, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if needs be, put another video out there as well, just to sort of show you what the end result's going to be on this wedding shawl as well. Okay, happy crocheting, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.